Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome everybody to Crypto Space. In today's video we are going to cover Kaspa, its recent price action, and of course a couple of interesting tweets aka news for Kaspa, and of course a couple of interesting altcoin charts too. So if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and of course a quick disclaimer that this video isn't a financial advice. You should do your own due diligence and research before investing into any crypto project. And now, without any further ado, let's hop into Kaspa itself. So as we can see over here, Kaspa is currently trading at 16 cents of a dollar, well, almost 17, and is currently experiencing a little leg down of a 2.4%. So market cap is currently sitting at $3.8 billion, and 24-hour volume is currently sitting at 64, well, almost 65 million USD. So as we can see over here on that chart over here on CoinGecko, the price action looks a little bit sideways and boring at the moment, and we are experiencing a little dump, but obviously that dump is short term, I believe. And now, first of all, let's look at this thing. Okay, I'm going to basically play it, so let's listen.
Let's talk about your existing holdings. As I mentioned in the intro, now worth around $10 billion. You have paper gains of about 70% or so, which a lot of people would like to see that sort of return. At any point, would you sell? When would it make sense to take profits there?
Well, I've famously said I'm going to be buying the top forever. Bitcoin is the exit strategy. It is the strongest asset. So what we see right now is the Bitcoin has just emerged as a $1 trillion asset class, and it's alongside names like Apple and Google and Microsoft. But the difference between Bitcoin and the Magnificent Seven is Bitcoin's an asset class. It's not a company. There's not enough room in the capital structure of those companies to hold 10 trillion or $100 trillion worth of capital. So Bitcoin's competing against gold, which is 10x what it is right now. It's competing against the S&P index. It's competing against real estate, $100 trillion plus asset class, as a store of value. So we believe capital is going to keep flowing from those asset classes into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is technically superior to those asset classes. And that being the case, there's just no reason to sell the winner to buy the losers.
Okay, and of course you might think, why am I showing you that, right? But basically Bitcoin is the closest to Kaspa, or actually Kaspa is the closest to Bitcoin in terms of the fundamentals, right? So what if one day people are going to talk about Kaspa in the similar way? And of course I'm not saying that is going to happen tomorrow, but it definitely could happen in, let's say, 5-10 years, more eyeballs on Kaspa, and obviously that could possibly serve as a store of value, just like we have basically spoken in the comments below in Kaspa videos, right? Like these candies, I believe, I don't remember exactly what were they, but they could be celebrated just like pizza a long time ago for BTC. So that's something to kind of bear in mind with. And now let's have a look over here. Another good news for Kaspa, we have X Spaces in France, so that's a very good, and that happened a day ago, February 21st. So obviously the community in Kaspa is there too. That is very, very bullish. And now if we are going to look at this, one of the least talked yet most important aspects of Kaspa is its emission schedule, halving every year, not 4 years, smooth monthly reduction, people try to gain attention on their project. So that is very important. And also let's have a look at this. People seriously are small-minded. $10 Kaspa puts it at 300 billion market cap. Yeah, and if the entire altcoin market cap is around $5 to $8 trillion and Kaspa gets into the top 5, why is it hard to understand? 5 to 8% of the market cap would flow into Kaspa to get in there. So I do believe that can definitely happen, right? And if we are going to look at the graph over here, the blockchain trilemma, right? Let's first of all have a look at Solana from the bottom, right? Solana has obviously only scalability, which is obviously better than nothing, right? But now if we are going to look at Ether, XRP, Cardano, and Avalanche, we can see that they have scalability and security. Obviously, security is another layer of positivity over here. However, they don't have decentralization. And now BTC, Litecoin, and Dogecoin. Obviously, Dogecoin is a meme coin, but whatever, let's compare it. So Dogecoin and BTC and Litecoin don't have this scalability, and Kaspa has all of them three. So that is very, very bullish in my opinion. And now let's have a look at this thing over here. The gap is closing soon. LTC Kaspa is coming for you. So if we are going to look over here, Kaspa is sitting at around 3.8 billion according to this thing over here, and that was posted today. So Litecoin has $5 billion market cap, and we are close with Kaspa, and Kaspa is going to flip, I believe, Litecoin very soon, and Uniswap, which is obviously a huge decentralized exchange. So that is a big thing. But all right, let's have a look at here. This week, Kaspa is #1 trading coin. So this is the most researched coin according to CoinMarketCap, and that the time frame is basically from 12th of February till 19th of February, so pretty much 3 days ago. That is very big in my opinion. Now, let's have a look at some numbers for Kaspa, right? So current reward is 131, next reward is going to be 123 Kaspas, and the next reduction is scheduled in 12 days. And what is going to come with that, right? The hash rate. The hash rate, basically, once it's bigger, the network is basically more secure. So that is very good thing. And obviously, Kaspa isn't going to stop over here. Kaspa is going to fly in terms of the hash rate. That is very bullish in my opinion. Look what happened in August, from August last year until now, right? That's the first thing. And now let's finally have a look at the chart itself. So obviously we saw these beautiful all-time highs sitting at around 18 cents, and this is something that I was expecting, anything between 18 and 22 cents for the new all-time high. However, that pullback obviously is something normal, something healthy, right? So I do believe that we might touch that 15 cents of a dollar, or possibly even lower. Let's first of all look at the Fibonacci retracement tool. So if I'm going to basically draw it from the swing high that we broke, from the trend line broke over here, the first retracement zone is going to be 0.236 Fibonacci zone, right? Which we are pretty much on right now. The second one is going to be 0.382, which I believe we could fall into, especially given the fact of what BTC is doing, right? BTC is being rejected from that big resistance over here, sitting at 52,500 roughly, 200, sorry. So if we are going to look over here, I'm going to switch it on a weekly on BTC, right? And as we can see over here, that is a very important resistance over here for BTC, right? So first BTC will have to close on a daily significantly, and then we could expect some more bullish momentum for Kaspa, right? However, if BTC is going to, let's say, drop to 48k, around 48k, then before the halving, which would be okay in my opinion, which would be healthy, then Kaspa is going to drop, let's say, to perhaps even 13 cents, and it's also going to coincide with that trend line over here. So if we are going to see the dip on Kaspa, I do believe that is going to be a very good opportunity to scoop up some more Kaspa. And now on the top of that, if we are going to look at RSI standpoint, we can clearly see over here, right? Like I've drawn that resistance over here on RSI, and as we can see over here, every single time we are, well, pretty much touching that resistance line, at least on a daily, Kaspa is dropping. And as you can see over here, we were very close over here. So it's pretty much a no-brainer that we can see some retracement. However, that is going to be temporarily, okay? And of course, that is not a financial advice. We could as well just see a huge pump because BTC is going to see a huge reversal. However, what I believe is going to happen is that 48k is definitely possible for BTC, and of course what comes with that is Kaspa at lower prices. But again, that is going to be a great buying opportunity. And if you are interested into keeping your Kaspa safe outside of exchanges where everything can happen pretty much, I would highly recommend that you can purchase Tangem Wallet, which is pretty much in the same size of a credit card that you can carry on with you. And currently they are issuing that white limited edition, which is very cool to me at least. And of course, Kaspa also is supported by Tangem. If I'm going to type over here Kaspa, as we can see over here, well, that is a little bit different icon, but it changed already. So as we can see over here, it supports Kaspa, and it's definitely a better way to store our Kaspa outside of exchanges. And if you are going to use my discount code, you can get 10% off. So I do believe that is a great deal. But all right, let's now hop into the charts. First of all, for BTC. Bitcoin has never been this bullish for the first time ever, BTC is deviating from the 4-year cycle by closing a weekly candle above 618 level before the halving event. So that is very bullish thing, because usually we are experiencing a pullback, right? However, over here we have more bullish price action, which is going to be very, very good in my opinion in this bull cycle. And now on the top of that, the Gaussian channel flipped a green on altcoins, so that is a very bullish signal in my opinion. Not a financial advice, of course. And now let's have a look at this chart over here. As we can see over here, according to this trend line over here on altcoins, the very previous cycle for altcoins in 2018 peaked at 350 billion US dollars. The next one was 1 trillion, and if we are going to follow the same pattern based on the trend line, we can expect around 4 trillion dollars, which is going to be 6x from now. And as we can see over here, RSI above 70 as well. So obviously that is signaling one thing, just like the bull cycle before. Okay, so now let's have a look over here. Altcoins have been in a bearish triangle for 7 years. If this breaks to the downside, which I believe it will, so first of all, shout out to El Crypto Prof, then 2021 was just a preview of what's going to come. And that, guys, is market cap of a BTC dominance, right? So if that is going to drop, and it's pretty much about to drop, let's see, then we could expect a very strong alt season. And now, if we are going to look at the chart, that chart pretty much is suggesting the same thing over here, right? So if we are going to follow this pattern over here, right, bullish structure, right, then we had the retest of the breakout, and then we had a parabola, right? We had the bullish structure, obviously the Wyckoff accumulation, etc., and then we had retest and parabola that is going to come. And now the thing is that many of you are saying that it's impossible that Kaspa is going to hit like 3, 4, 5, maybe even more dollars, right? But now if you think about it, Kaspa is sitting at market cap of $3.8 billion, right? And you're saying it's so difficult for Kaspa to reach 80 or 90 billion US dollars, right? However, Dogecoin made like around, what, 89, I believe, in its peak. It's difficult to point with my mouse, but I believe, there you go, 88.7, so almost 89 billion USD for a meme coin, right? Again, it's a meme coin. So I do believe that Kaspa is going to thrive this bull cycle. Alright then, that's it for today's video. Hope that you have enjoyed that quick Kaspa update, and I wish you having a great day or evening wherever you are in the world. Peace and love, crypto.